Take
Welcome in.
two.
Welcome into our next leg in our race around the world here at the Pitstop Pals, part of the Reality Realm Network. My name is Kevin Oliver.
And my name is Bruce Heller. And I didn't put a question mark on it this time.
Well, there was a little bit of a question mark on there.
And I put a question mark on this time just to be dumb. But
Well, you said Bruce Heller, and so I
uh,
still feel like there was a question mark.
well, I'm slowly learning my name. I
Yeah,
think I've graduated to a fifth grade reading level by now.
man, you're being really generous to yourself.
I'm good. I'm good at that.
I'm aware.
uh, this was
So
a fun episode.
it was, as we're talking about Amazing Race Season 38, episode number 10. It's hard not to feel hopeless.
Was that Joseph?
It was not Joseph. It
Wow,
was
interesting.
it was Kyland.
Interesting.
Well, if you recall, Kylan and Taylor got on the second flight by themselves
True.
when everybody else was ahead of them.
My mind went to Joseph because of Adam at the flower thing, and we'll get into that. But then my
Hmm.
mind, when you said no, went to Jack and Chelsea, who got lost 30 different times this episode.
Well,
So,
yeah, but that's nothing new to them. If they feel
yeah,
hopeless now, I'd hate to know what they felt like in leg two when they couldn't navigate.
it's every time, and it's multiple times an episode. I don't get how it's this bad.
Yeah, they were really terrible at navigation. And you know what? Props for them for making it to the final five after sucking at navigation that bad.
Yeah.
Honestly. So getting into this episode, would you have any quotes?
I only have one because I was watching with my parents at their house and I wasn't writing down near as much as normal because I was kind of talking during the episode this week. But I have one. I remember writing one down because it made me laugh. Die the Italian way, not the English way.
Yes, I have that as well. Since you were watching with your parents, you should have Heather and Kent insights this week, right?
I have an insight from him that he doesn't listen to this show, so he's not going to know that I'm kind of going to put him on blast for something. But
Okay, fair enough. Do you have Heather insights too?
maybe.
Okay, we'll find out when we get there, but here's my quotes. I know nothing about fashion. I've been wearing the same clothes this whole race. That was Jazz. Newsflash, buddy, everybody's been wearing the same clothes the whole race, not just you.
Well,
But
that would be the joke.
I do believe that you don't know anything about fashion.
Good job. You figured out the joke.
Um, okay. Um, Jack told somebody at the roadblock, "You have beautiful eyes."
Thank you.
And Joseph's response was, "Aren't you married?" Oh, these yellow flowers.
Oh, those. Yeah. Dude, the flower thing looked fun, and then it quickly realized, oh my gosh, that's awful.
When Paige was doing um the second roadblock when they had to get on the after they build the castle and they had to get on the steed and be pushed, um Izzy goes, "I'm into this." And Paige goes, "Good, because you get to see it again," after Paige failed. And then I have die the Italian way, not the English way. Um,
I'll also add Izzy saying we can't keep a houseplant alive because I think she said that like three or four times.
yeah,
So that feels worth mentioning.
if these people come back here, tell them you don't speak English, is what Joseph told the people that were helping them, speaking about Taylor and Kyland.
I love it so much. It's so funny.
Just make sure you have insurance. is what Joseph said, I think in response to the bridge.
Yeah.
And then he also said, I was going to leave Adam under there like the troll he is.
Man, rough week for Adam.
Yeah. He almost died and he's a troll.
Yeah.
And those were my quotes of the week. So let's dive right into the episode. Okay, Bruce is now a troll, like Adam. Is that the sound a troll makes?
I don't know. I was gonna say get out of my swamp, but Shrek is an ogre, not a
That's an
troll. So,
ogre.
but
Gosh.
that's the sound ogres make. They say get out of my swamp.
That's the sound they make?
And Shrek 5 is coming at some point, and it's gonna be so funny.
Yes.
By the way, not to get super sidetracked, because we'll get sidetracked later. They were making Shrek movies when I was in elementary school. How are they
Yeah.
still making Shrek movies?
I mean, you can say the same thing about Toy Story.
Well, they should have stopped those after the third one. They shouldn't be making those anymore. The ending of the fourth one annoyed me.
That's fair. What's your favorite Shrek, by the way?
Oh, that's hard. Maybe
There's only one right answer.
it's got to be one of the first two.
There's only one right answer.
I'm gonna say two, but one is the OG. So
Shrek 2 is the best Shrek.
yeah,
And the VHS that I had came with this bonus feature on it that was like American Idol, but all the contestants were the Shrek characters.
I saw that
And
at a friend's house, and if you one of them saying "too sexy for my shirt," and if you tried
yeah,
to let
yeah,
him win, it wouldn't let you and would give the win to someone else.
that's the only win that or the only person, like, performance I remember is I'm too sexy for my shirt.
It's funny because my first year at Central, a bunch of us, me and some friends, and my friends Josh and Casey, we hung out at their apartment, and we watched Shrek, and I think we watched Shrek 2 the next week. Those should not be labeled as children's movies. There's so many references in there that go over your head as a kid.
That's every children's movie.
I
Let's
know,
be
but
honest.
it's just I didn't realize how much
Or
it was with those. But
like just think about SpongeBob.
oh yeah, the new SpongeBob trailer. There's one where he's like scared and he's squatting, and then a brick falls out behind him, which shitting bricks. But SpongeBob just goes, "Oh, I dropped my lucky brick." Like it fell out the back of his, like he just carries a brick on him or something.
He lives in Bikini Bottom. His second best friend is Sandy Cheeks.
Yeah,
I mean, they go on and on and on.
yeah. But
We
yeah,
should get back to the Amazing Race though,
Shrek
because this
5, can't wait.
this is this is not a show about kids shows and movies full of adult innuendos.
This is Pitstop Pals. This is not the Shrek cast.
You're right.
And yes, I just came up with the name Shrek cast, which I'll never
But
use, but I'm taking credit for that for anyone else who does use it.
but we also talked about SpongeBob, so it wasn't just Shrek.
Eh. Yeah, but it was mostly Shrek. We talk about things other than the Amazing Race on here, clearly.
Oh, definitely.
So we could talk about
Anyway,
SpongeBob on the Shrek cast. Get it? Because podcast, Shrek cast.
the more you explain it, the more I want to punch you in the face.
Yeah, well, you can't. So, haha.
I know where you live.
Get out of my
Um,
swamp.
anyway,
Clip that for TikTok. Good Lord.
yeah, that. I know where you live. Get out of my swamp. That kind of fits. Anyway, we're gonna get into the episode now. Brett would be so disappointed in us, by the way. It's a good
This
thing
is
this is
normal for this show.
it's a good thing this is not roundtable talk.
I'm proud of
Um,
us. We did good on Roundtable Talk yesterday.
we did, but we still aren't out of the clear. We got another episode at least without Brett.
Yeah, but we did better than I thought we would yesterday.
That's fair. Anyway, we're flying to Milan. Milan, Italy. Hey, that's a good soda, but I can't believe you're not drinking Mountain Dew.
This is my
Um,
favorite non-Mountain Dew soda, vanilla Coke.
it's pretty good.
Coca-Cola, if you're a Coke exec and you're listening to this, give me a sponsorship deal where I get free vanilla Coke.
Yeah, we'll denounce Mountain Dew if he gets free
Unless
vanilla Coke.
PepsiCo wants to give me a Mountain Dew deal. But you guys could work together and give me both. It's Christmas time.
They're not going to work
Love
together.
your enemies and give me free soda.
Anyway, they fly to Milan, where we find out that they're going to go to the world's oldest mall, opened in 1877.
Yes, I can't wait to see the food court. Is there Chick-fil-A there?
I was I don't know what I was ready for, but it wasn't that.
If the mall has a Chick-fil-A, I really hope we're not there on Sunday.
That's true. That's true. Anyway, we've somebody points out, I really didn't think about it, but it's true. Three of the five teams left have Big Brother winners on them.
Yes, I did not realize that either.
Chelsea, Taylor, and Jag are all Big Brother winners.
Mm-hmm.
Um, nice. Anyway, moving beyond that, once they get the clue, they have to go to the travel agency to book their flights, and there is the quickest flight to Milan leaves at 7:40 a.m. and lands in Milan at 9:20 a.m. Newsflash: four of the five teams get on this flight. Those teams are everybody but Taylor and Kylan. So Jag and Jazz, Adam and Joseph, Jack and Chelsea, and Izzy and Paige all get on this flight that leaves at 7:40, arrives at 9:20. Um, and somehow Izzy and Paige beat Joseph and Adam to the travel agency. Joseph and Adam were somehow having uh, some navigation difficulties of their own. Anyway, we get a confessional here from Taylor Hale where she says that teams that U-turned her don't exist anymore.
I take that back. I do have at least one insight from my mom. She doesn't like Taylor. I think she thinks she's whiny.
Taylor, she should have watched Taylor on Big Brother. She
I
still wouldn't like her.
I mean, I kind of agree after the last couple episodes and the whole like giant speech at the double U-turn just to contradict herself, but she was funny up until the last couple weeks. What are we looking at?
I heard the door open.
Oh,
I'm trying to figure out who came in here. Taylor Hale is also just entitled.
I can see that.
Hey, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. How's it going? Good, how are you?
So, while he's talking, guys, I have stuff on my desk that I don't normally have.
Okay. Yeah, nice hat.
This is my packing tape from my house that's at my desk because I was making a package last week and taping a box shut. Oh, he's back.
Nice.
I have new
Yeah.
stuff on my desk
Nice.
because I forgot to take it home after mailing someone a birthday package last week.
Where's my birthday package?
When's your birthday again? I have it in my phone, but I forget.
Not till
January, isn't
January.
it?
What?
Isn't it in January?
Yeah, it's in January. I
Yeah.
was just giving you a hard time.
Eventually. My friend Parker's was last Monday, so I, of course, put it in the mail last Monday because I was behind.
Nice.
So,
No, what I was saying was Taylor Hale is an entitled human being.
yeah,
And
I can see that.
after last episode and her issue with women or issue with men targeting women and then targeting the only woman team, I don't really take much uh I take her opinions as a grain of salt at this point.
Yeah.
She also didn't think that Robert deserved to win Dancing with the Stars. So
I've seen a few people, including Ryder Strong and Will Friedle, who I love, say, yeah, this was a foregone conclusion since the beginning. He was always going to win. No.
I kind of think he's been a running favorite since
They,
the beginning.
I think they wanted him to, but people love his dad and love his family. So he just got. If people don't want this foregone conclusion to happen, then just either fiddle with the formula and make it where judges' scores weigh a lot more than the fan votes, or get rid of the fan votes. I'd be okay with that.
They already have fiddled with the formula because fan vote used to be even more prevalent than it is now.
Yeah. Here's what's wild. When I was a kid, they had two different shows. They would have a results show the next night. They wouldn't do the elimination the same night.
Yeah, America's Got Talent does that.
And also, I feel old because the voting is texting and online. And I remember me and my mom like calling a number on the phone 10
Yeah,
times, and that would be how we would vote. But
right.
I love Robert and Whitney. And I liked all the finalists. So I would have been happy with whoever won. But
Taylor Hale
the
was
show's over.
very much an Elaine Hendricks stan.
Yeah, I do love the Parent Trap, and she did for Wicked Night. She did my favorite song from Wicked, so I'm glad
Right.
she made the finale. I'm sad the show's over, but again, like we said this week, this is not Dancing with the Pod.
Oh,
So
it's not. Sorry.
yet, possibly coming soon. Who knows?
Who knows? That could be part of the hodgepodge. Okay. There is a second flight because if you notice, I said that four teams made it on the first flight. That means that one team has to be on another flight. It leaves at 8:30, gets there at 10:05. So a 45-minute later arrival than the first four teams is when Kylan and Taylor get there. And when you get there, you have to drive to Rotonda Bella Dosana. Um, and Adam and Joseph decide they're just going to follow Jag and Jazz instead of trying to navigate on their own, which seems to work for them.
Yeah,
Um, but once you get to Rotonda Bella Dosana, you'll get to the clue box where there's a roadblock clue called Who Wants to Pin Their Hopes on This Roadblock?
yes.
Do you want to explain what that is?
Yeah, so the way this works is one team member has to like make this floral dress by pinning flowers to a mannequin to get your next clue. And at first, when Mr. Phil was explaining this, I thought, oh, that looks fun. And then as I was watching everyone do it, I thought, oh, that looks terrible.
It did not look fun to me, and I imagine you would have made me do it.
It looks terrible. That
But
took
maybe,
everyone so long.
but maybe you would have tucked yourself into it when you said, "Oh, this looks fun."
And then I would have regretted it once I got going. And
But
then I would have been in trouble.
I would have let you say that and make that decision.
Yeah, well, this was terrible. This took everyone forever.
Jazz, Adam, Izzy, Jack, and Kyland were the five to do it as well.
Yeah,
Um,
and it was
and
hot also.
what?
It was hot also.
Yeah, and everybody doesn't know how to count, evidently, because the amount of times that Jazz had the wrong number of flowers was crazy. And Adam had low blood sugar. He was not feeling good at all. At one point, he was on the ground, and I wrote, "This is scary."
Yeah.
The medic had to come to him, and the medic's name was Herman.
Thank you, Herman.
I like the name Herman.
And I'll get into this here. And by some million to one shot, Dad, if you're listening to this, I apologize in advance. If Adam eventually gets bad enough that they move him into the shade. And my dad's response was, well, that's not fair. Why doesn't everyone else get to work in the shade? I'm like, that's not like my dad thought to even the playing field, everyone should get to work in the shade. I'm like, this was them evening the playing field. It's not fair to him that he has to deal with this health issue and they don't. But my dad was seemed kind of up in arms that they didn't that he got to work in the shade and no one else did. And that they should even the playing field and move everyone. I'm like, this was them evening the playing field. So that's my Kent insight is he kind of had a weird take on this. So
I don't hate his take.
I get it, but I don't know.
I
It.
don't know. I don't know that I would. I'm going. I don't know. I'm willing to say that this is them evening the playing field like you are.
I mean,
The the fact of the
yes,
matter is that Adam went on this race knowing that this could be a problem.
and that was another thing Dad said that I didn't feel like pushing back on because I didn't want to argue at the time. But I said, well, is it fair that he has to deal with this and no one else does? And my dad's response was, well, if he can't handle it, he shouldn't go on the show. Who says he can't handle it? They haven't been last yet.
Actually, they have.
Well, I forgot that. But as he's going through all this, that was the conversation we were having of it's not fair he gets to work in the shade, and if he can't handle the show, he shouldn't go on. So that's my Kent insight. I really don't agree completely with what he said, but I understand the working in the shade thing. I just don't agree completely.
I kind of do agree with Kent.
Dang it.
Um,
Glad he doesn't watch this then. He doesn't need to know that part.
well, the thing is, like, I'm not gonna fight them over the way they handled it,
Yeah.
but I don't. I think that it would have been okay to move everybody into the shade too,
Oh, I
and
fully would have been okay with it. I just don't think they had a responsibility to. Like,
I could make an argument that they did, but
yeah,
um, and I'm not saying if he can't handle it, don't go on the show. But what I'm saying is, Adam knew that his blood sugar was going to be a problem going into this show. Adam knew that these kinds of things could happen. So it is not the responsibility of the show or of everybody else to have to go through something as bad just because he,
yeah,
knowing this was going to happen, went on the show.
yeah. And I will say, the working in the shade thing, I get where he's coming from. The if you can't handle it, don't go on the show is just dad going off the deep end. That's a stupid take. So if
I
you hear
agree.
this and you feel like I'm putting you on blast, Dad, I'm sorry, but it's not behind your back. I would say it to you if I felt like arguing. So I just
Yeah, I
once it
wouldn't.
starts, it doesn't always stop because we bicker for a lot of stupid reasons. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's my thoughts on Adam and working in the shade, and I have no issue with him going on the show. Not that I think my dad does, but it was a bad look for him this episode for sure. But
Mhm.
you
Yeah,
asked for Kent insights, and that's what I have for you was working in the shade.
yeah. And I don't think that he shouldn't have gone on the show by any means, but I just wanted to make the point of
Yeah.
he knew this was a possibility going in, so he's
Yeah.
going to have to deal with what comes with that.
And he's handled it well.
He has, absolutely.
Until this
But
episode, they didn't have to make any sort of accommodations like that.
but the
So,
pushback was because you said it's not fair that he has to deal with this when everybody else doesn't have to,
well, I mean, that's
which I
fair.
don't.
I still don't have a problem with them moving him to only him to the shade. Would it probably be better for everyone to be in the shade? Yes, but I don't. I mean, if they were worried about fairness, and they would have moved them. They legality wise, they have to make sure everything's fair, or they can get sued. So
Yes.
they felt like this was still fair.
Yeah, and they know better than I do. I just like I said, my pushback was because you said it
Yeah.
wasn't fair that he had to deal with this and everybody else did.
Well, that's true. That's what I
Which
said. That's what I said on Thursday. You're right. I'm not going to tell him that, but he's not entirely. I still don't completely agree with what he was saying, but
yeah.
it's fine. There's a lot me and him don't agree with each other on, but there's a lot we do. So
But the fact of the matter was, this really wasn't that much of a blood sugar issue.
was it? I thought it was. That's why he was like passing out and like
He
had
had
the
heat
medical.
exhaust. They thought it was heat exhaustion, maybe.
But the blood sugar thing makes it worse because that lowers your energy
But
level.
his blood sugar wasn't low.
Oh, that's weird. I missed that.
No, because then they gave him the stuff thinking it was,
Yeah.
but it was at the right spot. And then later on, his blood sugar hiked up because they gave him the stuff and he didn't need it.
Yeah, that's right.
Like
I remember
like
that now.
they had him eat and drink, and so then his blood sugar flew up,
Mhm.
and that became an issue later. But I think it was actually like heat exhaustion that was the original problem.
Hmm. Interesting. Either way, this road roadblock or detour, I get them
Roadblock.
confused. This took everyone forever.
Yeah. And also, Izzy was really worried about Adam. We actually see Izzy have
Mhm.
feelings.
I love it.
Yeah.
Izzy's been I've liked Izzy a lot more the last episode or two than I did for the first few episodes. So,
I think you just needed to know Izzy going into the show to
yeah.
understand why she was acting in response the way she was
Well,
with the stuff that you didn't like.
yeah. I got annoyed because for like a whole episode or two or maybe three, their entire personality was we're pissed off we got U-turned. And it's kind of like Survivor 45. Every week I'm like this weird vendetta Katura has against Bruce is her entire thing. I don't get it. I found both of those equally annoying for the same reason. But we have content other than U-turn content from Izzy and Paige now, and it's really fun.
Yeah. But there was a lot of positivity going in Adam's direction. I really appreciated that. Um, pats on the back from Jack and Izzy were really sweet, I thought. And then I have a note here for myself, and it's Izzy is human to everybody but Jag and Jazz.
Yeah, that's fair.
But Adam started feeling a little disoriented again, even after he got back to work here. But like you said, it is taking people a long time because Jazz got it on his 12th check, and he
Yeah,
was the first one done.
just
Um,
insane.
yeah. And once you get the check, you find out that you need to make your way to Vijvano, which is the city that DaVinci helped design. And
And I tell you what, when we get there, and because that leads us to the second roadblock, which we'll get to, the
which is
second
what we're
roadblock really confirms the theory that the challenges are dumbed down this season. Like,
well, half of it. I would say half.
okay, well, build a tower with blocks and then ride a fake horse and skewer some rings with a jousting thing, which looked easy the first couple people. It took Paige 5 attempts, so maybe that part wasn't as easy as it looked to me. But
No, I think that was the easy part. I think the building the tower was harder than you're giving it credit for because I think there was like a specific way that you had to
yeah, I'd agree.
align everything that
And
was not spelled out.
we saw some people, notably Taylor, struggle with the blocks. But like riding a fake horse that people are just pushing, that's a wheel cart that you just have to sit there like this and skewer a bunch of rings.
Yeah,
Really? I know it took Paige 5 tries, but like
that just means she's uncoordinated.
this is a challenge
Anyway,
we're doing.
it is roadblock number two time. Who's got Italian game?
Yeah, I kind of explained it already, but I'll give like the full thing.
Yeah,
In the second roadblock, again, we pick one team member and they have to complete two Palo games. First, they build a replica of this tower that they're in front of with like these blocks and puzzle pieces that fit together a certain way. Some teams struggled with it, some teams flew through that. Then they ride a wooden horse. It's just a cart with wheels on it that looks like a horse. And you have to spear 4 rings with a jousting lance.
yeah.
That's
And it was Jag, Page, Adam, uh, Taylor, and Chelsea that did this one.
I really hope the challenge difficulty for this season is not the norm going forward. Because
Me
just
too.
sitting there like this, it's just I don't know. I don't like
I I don't think that they're gonna have a Big Brother challenge person make Amazing Race challenges going forward. I think it was because it was Big Brother.
okay, but they should have had their normal people doing it. Just because you have Big Brother people doesn't mean you have to give them Big Brother challenges.
I agree, but I'm just saying that I think that's what they did.
And credit to my mom. She's been saying the whole season they dumbed the challenges down for the Big Brother people, and I didn't see it until like the last episode or two. But oh my gosh, it's glaring to me now, and I can't ignore it, especially with just sitting on a cart holding a jousting lance.
Hmm.
Which again, I don't mean to take a shot at Paige. It took her 5 tries, so like as clumsy and uncoordinated as I can be, I might fail at it. I don't know, but like I was sitting there thinking, good Lord, this is ridiculous.
So who's doing this? You or me?
I want to do the horsey thing, but I don't want to do the block thing. So I'll let you decide.
Okay.
But
Kylan says racer brain here, which was a big thing last season, but I hadn't heard it this season at all.
have they watched last season? When did this film?
I don't think they would have been able to watch last season when this filmed.
Interesting. It's becoming a thing organically. Nice.
Yeah. Izzy got her flowers on the sixth check. Adam got his on the eighth check. Jack got his on the 11th. Jack got his tower done before anybody else even got done with their flowers, by the way.
Yeah, they were gone by the time the second team got to that roadblock.
Yeah. And he got all four rings on the first go, where he found out you got to drive to Molino de Mora Blaso to find your next clue. A lot of people were expecting to see a pit stop here, but when they said find your next clue, anything can happen.
Yes.
Kylan finally got his check here and was able to head to the D2 or second roadblock. When Jag and Jazz got to Molino de Mora Blaso, they found out they get to build DaVinci's bridge.
Not labeled as a roadblock, but basically a third roadblock. They have to assemble this self-supporting
It's
bridge
it's
that
not a
was
roadblock.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia like leg summary, and it has like in the first roadblock, in the second roadblock, then this one. It just says after the second roadblock, teams had to do this. It doesn't say in the third roadblock.
Because it's not a third roadblock.
How is it? Oh, because they're doing it together.
Yeah, roadblocks are for one member.
So what exactly is this? Because it's not a detour either, because we didn't have a choice.
It's just another challenge. I mean, it doesn't have to have a name. It's
You
in the
know, I texted you a few weeks ago saying they need to add a game element called the traffic cone because the name was so good. This can be a traffic cone.
no.
Why not?
The, Bruce, you realize this is not an unheard of thing, and you've never questioned it before.
I don't. I must have just not noticed.
Like
But
a
I
couple
want to call it a
episodes,
traffic. They should call it a traffic cone.
no, a couple episodes they had to roll up that sausage.
Oh yeah,
That wasn't a detour. That wasn't a roadblock. That
it
was
was
just a
a
challenge they had to do.
traffic cone.
No,
Why not? It's a
I'm
good
not.
name.
I'm not allowing you to do this.
I'm going
Anyway,
to write production a 7-page email why they should implement traffic cones into the game somehow.
you're not patient enough to do that.
And not even give them actual ideas, just 7 pages of how good the name is. And hey, you should come up with something.
You're not patient enough.
Single spaced 11-point font.
You're not patient enough.
Well, that might be an issue.
I just said that like four times,
Yeah, but you said it while I was still talking.
and I was still right. Um,
Traffic cone.
anyway, Jack and Chelsea are sucking at navigation again.
For like the third time this episode.
Yeah. Jack and Jazz got the bridge built on their first attempt, first check. And then we have route info. Villa Boromanzoli is the pit stop for this leg of the race, where the last team to check in will be eliminated.
Yes.
Paige got her tower done. Paige hopped on her horse and failed a few times, like you said. It was third try, not fifth try, by the way.
Oh, I read
Paige
the
got
number
it.
wrong on the screen. My bad.
Paige got it on her third try after missing a ring, missing the fourth ring on the first try, and then on the second try she missed the first ring. And then Joseph and Adam got to that second roadblock, and Adam said he wanted to redeem himself and do the second roadblock, and I was very surprised that he did that
Yeah, me too.
after how he was feeling and stuff, but he did good with it. Anyway, Jag and Jazz check into the pit stop as team number one and get $7,500 each.
Yeah,
This is their fifth time getting first place, fourth time or third time in a row.
we can possibly see them tie the record that Tucker and Eric didn't tie if they finish first next week and then win the final.
Correct. Which is pretty likely.
Hopefully,
Yeah, that would mean that my draft pick won. So hopefully.
either them or Joseph and Adam is who I want to see. I have a lot
I,
more confidence in one of those.
I want Paige and Izzy to win, but I doubt it'll happen. Anyway, Paige tells us that she stumbled upon a YouTube algorithm watching people build these bridges.
I would say that's wild, but you can stumble into some really interesting internet rabbit holes as evidenced by TikTok sending me to like Pizza Wars for a few weeks in a row,
Yeah, that
a
was
few weeks
wild.
ago. I've stopped getting those videos now, by the way. I don't remember the last time one popped up in my feed.
Mm-hmm.
But internet rabbit holes are fun, man.
Yeah. Okay, Adam got all four of his rings. Why do they give you scissors? That sounds dangerous.
They're kitty scissors. That's from when I was making a package last week. I wrote the address on a piece of paper, then cut it out and taped it to the box.
Yeah, and it looked like a 5-year-old did it too.
Hey, get the job done.
And Adam also helped Kylan and Taylor find where the clue box was. Um, and that's when Joseph told them the people to tell Kylan and Taylor they didn't speak English.
Which
Izzy and
is kind
Paige,
of
they get
funny.
the bridge built on their first attempt, and they become team number two.
Yeah. Who was it that built the bridge and then it fell apart?
Jack and Chelsea.
That's, oh, shocker.
Yeah.
But
Taylor missed a ring on her first go, by the way. Um, but on her second attempt, she got them all. Chelsea missed the first ring on her first attempt.
maybe it's not as easy as I'm saying it is.
Got all the rings on her third attempt as well. Yeah, really, Jag and Adam were the only ones that got it on the first attempt.
On the surface, it looks incredibly easy. Probably harder when you're actually doing it. But
Joseph built Adam into the bridge, by the way.
that's amazing.
And then after struggling, they did get it on their first check, which is very reassuring for the rough beginning of the leg that they had.
Yeah.
Um, but Jack and Chelsea and Kylan and Taylor get into a bridge building race. And that's when Jack and Chelsea's falls completely apart on the way we go to commercial. Um, and Kylan and Taylor do not have the same luck. They get it on the first check. And technically, Jack and Chelsea got theirs on the first check too. It was just after they had to rebuild their complete fall apart. But I do want to say that when Phil was introducing the DaVinci's Bridge as the challenge, he talked about how it could be really simple, but it could very easily discombobulate people. It didn't discombobulate anybody like he thought, like Phil said it would.
Yeah.
It wasn't that hard either.
No.
Anyway, Joseph and Adam are team number three.
Woohoo.
Taylor and Kylan are team number four. Jack and Chelsea, team number five, and have been eliminated. Um, Jack and Chelsea might not have been my MVPs because they didn't win, but Jack and Chelsea are definitely um, my best value pick in the draft.
Yeah.
They were the last pick of the draft, and they finished in fifth place.
If they had any sense of like using maps and going places, they would have been in the final possibly.
Yeah.
Because you look at this and like we've talked about them getting lost every episode so far. They got lost every place they went to this time.
Mm-hmm.
All three challenges and maybe on the way to the pit stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on. It's just
Next time on hints at lots of mistakes being made. So we'll see how that goes. Um, but Bruce, before we go to power rankings, do you have any last thoughts on Jack and Chelsea as a team or the episode as a whole?
um despite them not knowing how to go places, they were really fun. I'm sad to see them go.
Yeah, absolutely. I was very happy having them with the 12th overall pick in this draft.
Yeah, I bet.
Power rankings, Bruce, who do you got at fourth?
Fourth, so I think either Joseph and Adam or Kyland and Taylor goes home next week. I think Jag and Jazz, Izzy and Paige both make the final. And the thing I'm thinking about here is neither one of these two answers for who goes home next week would surprise me. Kyland and Taylor are a better team, but we've seen teams last longer than teams that are better than them all the time. And Joseph and Adam have had decent finishes lately. But because I just said they're a better team, Kylan and Taylor are. I'm going to put Joseph and Adam at 4, but I'm not convinced they go home next week. It might be Kylan and Taylor.
For the record, Kylan and Taylor overall have better finishes recently than Joseph and Adam do.
I said they're a better team, but Joseph and Adam were third this week and like second last week. So they're coming. They're,
And they were an NEL from not being in the race right now.
do what?
They were at NEL away from not being in the race right now.
Yeah, well, they're still here and they've been coming on strong since then. I said Kylan and Taylor are a better team. You're not disagreeing with me on anything.
No, I was just pointing out that
Yeah, third this week, second last week. Joseph and Adam are coming on strong at the right time. I could see them making it through. I could also see them going home next week.
I have Joseph and Adam here as well.
Yeah. Watch me be wrong and one of the top two teams from this week goes home that I said was locked into the final.
What if Jag and Jazz go home? That would be crazy. That would open everything up.
Yeah, then I would really feel like I had a shot about Joseph and Adam winning, who I've been rooting for since Natalie went home.
Yeah. I also had Joseph and Adam in fourth. Uh, I think
Yeah.
the inconsistency is gonna finally come back and bite them in the butt.
Yeah.
Who do you have at third?
At third, I have Kyland and Taylor.
Me too.
They're one of two teams that I think could go home next week, like I said. So
I'm kind of surprised that you think Izzy and Paige are such a lock.
I I don't know why, other than just gut feeling, but they were strong this week. I don't remember exact finishing, but they've been coming
They
on
finished
strong.
second.
Yeah, like I said with Joseph and Adam, they're coming on strong at the right time. They for
Mm.
a while were just second to last every week, and I said I don't know how, but they're gonna find a way to be second to last again. And after I said that, they've really been coming on strong and improving in an effort to prove me wrong. So
Hmm.
I might have just jinxed them. I hope I didn't, because I also want the rivalry pairs in the final against each other. But
Yeah, and so I think we have the same four. Izzy and Paige two, Jag and Jazz one.
the crash out that's gonna come if Izzy gets second place to
The
Jack and
Jags.
Jazz, but it's a close finish and it's like a matter of minutes, hypothetically, there's gonna be a crash out involved.
Absolutely.
Not that I want to watch someone crash out, but that would be what CBS would deem good television, I feel like.
Right.
But
But but yeah, so um this was a great episode.
yeah, for the record, Izzy and Page 2, Jag and Jazz 1.
Yeah, I already said I'm sure we have the same power ranking, and I said it.
I heard you say we had the same one. I missed where you said what it actually was.
Yeah.
I don't always listen when you talk. I don't know
Oh,
why.
I'm aware.
I should.
You should. Anyway, make sure you check out all of our Reality Realm stuff, whether that be Tribal Council Chat, Next Generation Challenge Podcast, Roundtable Talk. Check out our TikTok, our social media. Check out our YouTube. Like and subscribe over there.
Yes.
And buy our Redbubble merch that you can find in the link in our socials. All of that being said, the world's waiting for you. Good luck.
Travel safe and get out of my swamp.
Go.